straightforward. Try things as you want. Don't be a jerk. Yeah, all of you have changed your names. And yeah, try to at least when you're talking, either not say I or say, refer to your character at some point, just so I can know who is involved. And then the mechanical ones, if you fail 3 times in a row, 4th time you get advantage on a roll. Some skill checks I won't let you make, depending on the situation and your proficiencies. And I think that's pretty much it. Rinlin, you can do Palora, you can do your important rolls whenever, but no, or maybe you did and I missed them.
I didn't do them yet.
Okay.
One other thing. Can I have everyone's permission to record this session and upload it to YouTube?
It's fine with me. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. I don't mind.
Yes.
I have no problems
with that.
Yeah. Thank you. You still want the roles to be hidden, Deeds?
Yeah. I think it makes it a little more exciting for the players, but I mean, it doesn't really matter. I forgot to mention there's the X card. You can always, if anything is uncomfortable or you just want to move on to the next part of the game, you can just drag it out and you don't have to give a reason or anything. You can just do that and we'll kind of advance the game to the next portion. This, and I should note, this game does include possibly going to a kind of a casino cabaret. It's definitely, PG. There's nothing extreme in it, but if no problem, if that makes anyone feel uncomfortable, we can certainly, it's not required. Yeah, I think that's it, in which case, poor Enzo.
Yeah, rip.
Yeah, but yeah, schedules are tough. He'll get another one. Yeah, so why don't we start with I think Rinlin is the list maker. Start introductions and well, read the job board, please, and then introduce Rinlin, and then the rest go on from there to the rest of the party, please.
Roger. Give me a moment.
Yeah.
The job is, come meet me at Maison de Mugi in Westside, Vascala. I've got an itch and it's scratching. Our favorite detective, Madfall McLean. Rinlin is a tall, slender, and pale of skin high elf with piercing blue eyes. He's not very good looking. He has a gentle smile on his face, long black hair flowing way past the shoulders, and he's wearing a bright and blue-red robe. He also has a short sword, a dagger, a crystal, a staff, and an arcane pouch. He's like ready for war. And he's looking around for somebody to get a job. He's actually flashing the job notice in the air. I need people for a job. And that is me.
Okay, so I'll step forward. I'm Val. Val is a humanoid, looks tall, kind of tall, not too tall, not like a basketball player. He wears a hunter hoodie and black pants, ready for him to run, do athletic stuff and things like that. He wears a white mask with black dots. He carries quarterstaff and dagger with him, and then arcane pouch. No, how it's called? A pouch for his arcane focus. Yeah, that's me.
Hello, I believe you want to join?
Yes. Hello. Yes, I would like to join with you on the mission. I kind of need to do a job now or there, you know.
Welcome.
So yeah, I'm happy to be part of your party.
Excellent, the more the merrier. Anyone else?
So,
Sorry, you go first.
all right. Squish is over at the bar counter, having a drink when she finally realizes, hey, she's out of money. Hearing a commotion over on the other side, she decides, well, I guess this is the perfect opportunity. Squish is, as you can see, has light blue skin, a red bandana wrapped around her head with long, inky black flowing hair that shines like it's wet, as if it's currently underwater. She is a water genasi, and she carries 2 short swords that she has hilted onto her back. Here you guys are looking for some more party members.
We are. We have a rescue mission to do.
Well, how much does it pay?
Now, that remains to be discussed, but usually for this kind of job, pretty much.
All right, I'm in.
Welcome.
Welcome.
I believe 1 more should be good enough. Anyone else?
You see a massive half-orc standing by the door, looking slightly uncomfortable. He's quite young, only 16 years old. 6'6" and 380 pounds. Without armor, but very well armed. He looks a bit uncomfortable, but he approaches and says, "Hi, I'm Booklook. I hear you have a job."
We do indeed. And we could use somebody of your caliber.
Good. I like smash things.
And would you be willing to join us in possibly not smashing thing, but a rescue mission? I ask again, would you be willing to join us in this possible rescue mission? I don't promise smashing, I do promise gold.
Oh, yes. Yes, sounds good. Gold, good too.
Well,
excellent.
Fantastic. We seems like you have a party assembled. Did Rinlin do the first mission, I think?
Rinlin did do the first mission, yes.
You can. There's a brief summary of it, of some background. Rinlin, you're welcome to embellish or add as you like.
Sure.
Essentially, yeah, go for it.
Treven I. Roll, a nobleman residing in Vascala, Central Plateau, and an ex-cultist, was recently kidnapped by the cult of the Formless One, of which he dabbled in years ago, because he was fashionable among nobles, and then rescued by valiant adventurers, yes, that's it, from the TFC, found clues implicating his wife, Nora I. Roll, did we? Was behind hiring the kidnapper assassins. She was last seen leaving the bank with just about all the family money. Bathful McLean, a wonderful character, and part-time detective. Knowing he is again out of his depth and allergic to the quarry, reached out to the TFC and has gathered the characters to help him. He wants the players to meet him at, well, he wants the party to meet him at Maison de Mogi, a cat cafe near the university. So yeah, my party did take part in that particular rescue mission. It involved killing cultists.
Well, at least we have someone with experience.
Well, if you count experience by hiding behind the door and throwing minor illusion at them, yeah, sure, totally.
think that worked.
It worked worldwide. And for a moment I was worried, but looks like we do have the muscle in front of us if things get hairy and the cat refuses to be rescued. So we're good.
Yeah, that sounds good. That sounds great.
Ah,
Better
then,
than my last mission, at least. Oof. Yeah.
well, let's
And
go meet
so
our employer.
you head out from the guild hall to the capital city of Vescala. It's a easy, well-traveled road, so there's no trouble along the way. You're welcome to share stories of your adventures or from your background if you want along the way. But no problem if not. There'll be plenty of time for talking, for getting to know one another. This is Vescala. It's the big city around the capital, of course. And notable feature about it, well, it has a river going through it, and then a big part of the city is up on a raised plateau. It's kind of where the Red Keep, which is where the queens of Vescala live, and then as well as lots of nobles have manors up there. There's some fancy theaters, some kind of buildings of the government, a mint, the library, I think it's called the Magna Dossier, which is the main library, some temples, that sort of thing. And the university is also up there. Just a quick, this is not a server canon map, but to give you a rough idea, you guys are somewhere up here on the plateau. But we will move you on to Maison de Mogi, which is a new, cool cat cafe near the university. You can drag your tokens on if you want. But you are here to meet Mr. Madfall McLean.
Ooh.
You, well, he's sitting there at a little bar with some coffee in front of him. It's a warm, cheery cafe. The servers, the baristas, they are all standing behind the bar. They all wield a small wand, and there's a menu board that's emitting sparkles and little motes of arcane light. And there's about a dozen cats laying around. And then you see cheerful Madfall McLean, unlit cigar in his mouth in the corner, fedora on his head, and you hear some really strange sounds coming out of him, like and that must be what a kobold sounds like when they sneeze. He seems to be suffering a bit, handkerchief in hand, but he recognizes Rinlin upon Rinlin's entrance and waves you all over.
Well, if it's not my friend and most important detective in the entire Vescala city. How are you doing, McLean?
Well, I felt better. These little flea bags are... It's getting in the way of my cigar smoke, and I can't breathe.
We could have met you outside, right?
I haven't been... I didn't realize I was still sick till I came in. I haven't been around cats this many this close, and it's part of the stakeout.
If you say so. We're here for your job, McLean.
So this is the deal. You remember Nora, right? And that whole thing with the cultists and the kidnapping, all that.
Well, I remember her husband and the job. I don't remember her. We never got to meet her. sadly.
Yeah, that's right. Well, turns out she ran off with the money. No one's seen her since. But she had a cat that she loved. The cat loved her. Drevin, her husband, says the cat was always around. Well, no one's seen, but the cat, Carax is his name. He's been spotted, and he's been spotted nearby here. It seems that he has some amorous longings for one of the kitty cats in here, maybe. I don't know, but for whatever reason, he's been coming around this area. So the thinking is, find the cat, find Nora.
Yeah, that sounds like a good plan. So what do we need this for? You want us to take over?
I'm not. Yeah, the whole investigating thing, taking notes, finding stuff. I'm more of the sit with the fedora and wear the coat kind of guy. I'm not for running across rooftops, breaking into places, maybe getting into a fight, or, I think you guys are much better for that. And if you guys can help me, so thing is, Drevin, her husband is, he's funding this little job. He says no harm to Nora or to Carax. Don't let the cat or the lady get hurt. Well, don't hurt them yourselves and try to save them if they are in trouble. If you can find Nora, then I got 50 gold for each of you, and I'll see. I know that's not a lot. Maybe I can try to sweeten the deal somehow. I'll have to go back to Drevin.
So Drevin still cares about his wife after running away with the cat and the money?
Well, between you and me, I think he's kind of more interested in finding out where all that money is.
What if we find out where the money is and just lose the wife?
I guess his primary goal is the money, but he's still got a soft spot for her. Yeah, I don't think he's got hopes of reconciliation, but he doesn't want her hurt or knocked off, anything like that.
I see. Well, this is my party. I gestured Emmeline gestures to the room. We'll try to do our best. Anything else we need to know? Friends, do you have any questions?
No, I don't think so.
Mr. McLean, what does Carax look like?
He's a what's the word? I say he's just yellow brown, but I think they call him tabby. No, golden. Yeah, golden cat. He's a bit like that fellow over there, but not as fluffy. Not that guy. So like that color, but that kind of cat. Cat shoe.
How does the wife look?
Well, she had she was pretty lady, like red hair, fairly young, but yeah, no one's seen her at all. She had a distinctive what do you soft fleshy ones call it? Birthmark mole on her face, beauty mark, I don't know, but she had one of them, and so pretty easy to distinguish. But yeah, nobody's seen her or anybody like her for the last couple weeks. So she but the cat's around, so there's a chance she is too.
Right, so the plan is find the cat, follow the cat to the wife, grab both of them, bring them to safely, and bring them to the employer. Or to you. Should I bring them to you or to the employer directly?
Yeah, bring them back to me. And if I'm not here, I'll be back at the Tooth and Turnip, you know, where you met me last time. No cats there, so I like it a little better. But and even, yeah, if you can bring them, you know, Carex or Nora back, super. But even if you kind of just find out their location, that should work too. But yeah, ideally you can bring her back. That's best case scenario.
Squish is petting a cat when she asks, how banged up, possibly, you know, things happen. What is the condition that is reasonable to bring her back in?
Well, everything I've gathered, I don't think she's a fighter. I mean, if you have to, yeah, I mean, manacles or something. But yeah, don't just don't be mean or anything. You know, if you can help it, I think, because yeah, she's got information that we want. We need her to be friendly to us if possible. And yeah, but yeah, I don't think she'll put up much of a fight, and definitely don't want her unconscious or anything if possible, because yeah, so try to keep her as best you can.
Okay, we'll see what we can do.
Any other questions, friends, for our valiant detective here?
Do we know where to start looking?
Well, let's see. I think you know what? I think Rinlin is that her? And mechanically, that's because Rinlin has the highest passive perception. But yeah, and so Madfall points out one of the windows. Yeah, look out there on that rooftop. I think that could be it.
By the gods, that could be it. Is it yet?
Madfall says, I think so. You guys should go check. It's just up on that roof across the street.
Okay,
What a fortunate.
We should start running then, maybe?
No, we don't want to scare the cat. Just follow her if we can at range and stealthily. Before we leave, Mac McClay, do we have any warrant for this job in case, you know, the guards get involved about why we're dragging a cat and a woman behind us?
I'm afraid this is off the books, and yeah, the driving still. I mean, he's a noble, so he gets some leeway, but the City Watch, they don't love him because he was a jerk back when he was a young noble, and caused them a lot of headache. But yeah, so off the books. So you don't have any official cover on this one.
Uh-huh. Well, I guess we'll have to manage. Let's follow the cat, everyone. I also would like to send my owl to discreetly, if it can, follow the cat from above.
Okay. Yeah, so let's take you guys outside. And so this is going to I'll let you guys all interject in a minute, but
it is evening time, and you guys come out. You're on the street, looking down, but and you see the cat across on a rooftop. You are going to need to chase the cat, and it will be a skill challenge, essentially where you have to get a certain number of successes over a few rounds to be able to catch the cat. You are in the old quarter of Vascala, kind of right between the very fancy neighborhoods that's made up of the manors and compounds of the nobles, and the old core, the city where university, library, some theaters and fancy restaurants are. You see this guy. It seems like there's a good chance this is Carex the cat. He gives you a sideways glance and a disdainful twitch of the tail, and then he kind of trots off a little ways away. I mean, you can see him, but he's not within easy reach. The owl can definitely see him, and so there's no immediate danger of losing sight, but you aren't able to grab hold of him or anything. You can easily get up to the roofs. There's some stacks of crates and a little staircase, so getting up to the roofs is not an issue. You see lots of different roof lines, angled, gabled, all sorts, and sometimes there's little kind of makeshift bridges of planks between some. And you're about, depending on what roof you're on, you're anywhere from 20 to 50 feet above the ground. And I need we'll go by alphabet. Berkla, give me a 1d3 roll, please. You can, or I think you can do it from the dice spot doesn't have it.
1d3. 3.
Yeah, please. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Sounds good. Stop. There we go. Let's just track some things. And we will just we'll do initiative just to keep track of things. So if you all could please roll initiative.
Yay.
Oh, I forgot to click on the character first.
No worries, yeah. And it really doesn't, it's just to keep track is the main purpose of this, so that no one's forgotten. The actual sequence isn't of any big consequence. But to explain to you guys, this kind of yellow ladder is it's not really a ladder, it's just a tracker. This represents you guys as a party, and there's the different steps that are uneven and unequal, but and the cat is at the end. So you need to get enough each success. One of you get in the upcoming challenges will advance you by 1 to the cat, and alternatively, well, you get the highest on the 1d3, but it will go a certain number of rounds. And so I'll just add you. Oh, wait, no, you're there. Squishy.
Squishy.
All right. So the first, well, yeah. What? Sorry, let me hand it over to you guys. What? I mean, you're welcome to role play it out. Your mechanical options are basically limited to the skill challenge, but you're welcome to interject and flavor things as you want.
Wow, that's a long drop.
Yes, Booklook would like to rummage through his rations. I have 10. And see if there's any dried fish or other food that might be attractive to the cat.
But look, friend, we kinda need to follow the cat to see where it's going first.
Yeah,
Still, it's...
I'm gonna see if that could either slow it down or wake its interest, distract it, get it to move towards us rather than the other way around.
You do, yeah, you look in your rations and you see that at least one of them seems to be sardine sandwich. And you're too far away now for the cat to pick up the scent, but you feel that if you get closer, this might help you along the way. So yeah, that will bring the cat one down is what we'll do.
Yeah, and then I'll try and follow the cat, but carefully so that I don't scare it, and see if I can hold out the sardines and Carax.
Okay.
Do I need to climb or?
Well, so you're up on the roof and you're running along, or walking carefully. But even so, the particular roof you are on, it feels rather weak, and your foot plunges through. Can I get your choice? Strength athletics or dexterity acrobatics check. You're not. Ooh, there you go. You're not phased by this at all. You perhaps tumble and roll and spring to your feet perfectly without issue. You feel that if you hadn't, your leg would have gotten caught in the newly formed hole, and you could have gotten scratched up a little bit. But yeah.
I got this, guys. I've been on the roof before.
Let's move on to, and so move you guys up. Rinlin.
So we're following these roof traps after the cat? How far
yes,
apart are they?
Yeah.
I believe the cat is on another building from us.
Yeah, I mean, there's, it's kind of just abstracted. Some of them are only a meter or two across, and then some, if there's a street in between, it could be 5-10 meters. But then some places there's little plank ways that can serve as bridges that might require you to balance.
Look, friend, do you mind if we anchor ourselves to you? You seem to be the sturdiest of the lot. And I would like
Go ahead.
And I would like to
hang on.
Get out my hip and rope and tie it around Booklook and myself about 20 meters apart. And I will leave 30 meters for somebody else to tie themselves to us as well.
Okay.
And I'll
give
Booklook.
me a sleight of... Okay. Will you please give me a sleight of hand check for tying the rope? Oh, yes. Expertly done. You feel quite secure, and you've... yeah. You feel excellent. And really, you guys have had 2 crit successes. Successes on ability checks don't necessarily mean anything, but 2 in a row, I'm going to give you guys another free advance because you are you're just racing across these rooftops like ninjas or something.
Can I do one more thing, or am I good?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
If I fall down, will it hurt? Will it kill me? Or will it just hurt?
Probably not. There's there you often see some places there's clotheslines that you could perhaps grab onto, or awnings, or little balconies. So there's you almost certainly would not fall the full distance to the ground, and depending exactly where you are in the chase, you might only be 20 feet off the ground to begin with. So and yeah, now you're tied to your teammate, so I'd say there's only the smallest of chances that 5% that you could
Then
fall
I'm
to your
good.
death.
I'm good. I'm done.
Okay. All right.
All right.
Squish.
So what Squish the Kid is going to do is she's going to use her roguish abilities to triple dash and try to get around to like the side of the cat, or even like in front of the cat, where like cut him off basically.
Okay. Yeah. You race across the rooftops using the cunning action and dashing along. Give me, let's see. Give me your choice of one of three, either investigation, perception, or sleight of hand check, please.
12.
Okay. And actually, your sailor pirate background comes into play here. Roll a 1d4 on top of that.
All right. 4.
Nice. So you're dashing across the roofs, and you almost at the last minute you see there's actually a clothesline across one of the rooftops. Some of them are kind of flat terraces, and because you've spent some time on boats, perhaps attacking them rapidly in your pirate days, you've gotten used to dodging ropes or lines that otherwise could trip you up or catch you in the neck, something unpleasant. You're able to dodge this and expertly, and advance closer to the cat. You're not able to. It hops onto another little roof, so you're not able to corner it or confine it in any way. But still, you guys are gaining on it. Val.
Okay, so I think I'll run along with the others, try to put the rest of the rope around me, so I'm tied with the others in case something bad happens. And I'll try to follow the cat by jumping from building to building and, generally trying to catch her.
Alrighty. Let's see what happens. And Val. Well, this is a good one for you. You're jumping around, and perhaps you even get some shadow. A faint glimmer of wings behind you from your Asimir heritage at times when you're jumping around. But sorry, the groovy bot got intense. I'm gonna turn it down. But yeah, a swarm of bats comes out and kind of gets in your way at some point. But if you would, please give me your choice wisdom, animal handling, or charisma intimidation check.
Intimidation.
And you get because both of your soldier and acid. Well, you don't need it, so you they you're able to dodge them and get by and scare them off. And you notice which is quite good because they were pooping everywhere. So you might not have gotten hurt, but you would have been slowed down and you would have lost some of your fine dignity, perhaps. Yeah. So you guys advance through. You're getting closer. You feel like just a little bit more. Anything else for narration or roleplay for Val before I move on?
No, I'm just following along with the others. Nothing
Cool.
extra.
Back to, and sorry if I'm mispronouncing this. Berklurk.
Booklook. It's fine, but booklook, whatever.
Okay. Yeah, so you're getting closer to the cat. Let's see kind of what danger you might encounter here.
I'm going to pss at it and try waving the sardines and see if that will get its attention.
Okay. Yeah, and you're going along. A tile slips out from underneath you, and you start to lose your balance. And again, athletics or acrobatics, your choice. Check, please. Yes. Nicely done. Let's see the cat. Let's see how enticed is he by. He is quite enticed by the tuna. He comes a little closer, twitches his tail, meows a little bit.
Here, pussy, 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 pussy. Yeah. Bzz, bzz, bzz.
And with that, move on to Rinlin.
Well, for one thing, I just realized that if Booklook goes down, I might not actually be able to hold him up, and I will go down with him. So I'm having second thoughts about my my connection to him. How far is the cat away from us?
He's about he's still distance-wise. He's probably 40, 50 feet, but you guys are getting closer.
I would like. Wait, hold on. 40 feet, you said?
Yes, yeah, about 12 meters.
Damn.
13 meters.
Are we sure we want to catch the cat? Asked the party as we were shimmying along the rooftops. Now. We want to catch the cat now. I will then try to follow behind Booklook and get close to the cat. Without you doing anything else. Unless a danger props up.
Okay. Yeah, while you're going along, give me a Arcana or Perception check, please.
I will use my Arcana check. Wow.
And actually, because you'll get your half-elf heritage is going to help you here. Or high elf. Sorry, yeah, either elf or half elf helps out here. Yeah, you notice that someone, some magician or wizard who's not careful or not doing their proper job, but they left an illusion up that was covering a big hole in one of the rooftops. If you hadn't spotted it, you would have crashed through. But yeah, you're able to detect, spot the illusion without issue.
Careful, everyone. There's an illusion over there. Covering a hole.
And you guys advance. You feel like you're getting quite close to the cat. Just a few more maneuvers. Squish.
Would you say we're about 30 feet away from the cat at this point?
Yeah, maybe just over 30.
Over 30?
Yeah. Hmm.
Okay, because that's very specific for what I wanted to do.
Yeah, and that it is over 30. And that's actually the same. You get less. You're getting 5s always.
Vision because of my shadow origins, so I can see that thing barking just a bit though. Why?
Yeah. So that's Val. Yeah, yeah. You should definitely be able to see that. I agree. Or are you able to?
Yes, I can see
Okay.
it in my screen, so
Yeah.
I kind of see a dog.
Yeah.
It look kind of shadowy. Yes.
Yeah. I will. So you see this. You can. You know. Describe it as you want to the party members or not. I mean, that's up to Val. But
So
it's a canine creature.
yes, it's a dog-looking creature. It's really thin, I guess, like it hasn't eaten or something for a few days. It looks a bit, I don't know, it doesn't look friendly, but that's just a guess. And it's really black. I don't know.
Yeah, and this one that is closer. Yeah, it's got a lot of teeth pouring out of its face.
Fun stuff.
And
Sorry.
I'm just double checking how smart it is. Not very, but okay. Well, Rinlin, I think you'd have a suspicion, but since you can't see it yourself,
right. Yeah, okay.
it's tough to tell. But certainly, I think once you see it, and yeah, you would definitely suspect there's a good chance of it though, based on the description. Yeah. So Rinlin, we'll deem discretion. I'll say that yeah, the minor illusion went off before initiative, and so you get to take a turn.
All right. How tall are we? How far to the floor?
About 20 feet. Yeah, 7 meters, 7 meters.
I believe
Do you
I
want to
can-
add Squish and Buckluck to the turn order?
Yes. Apologies. Well, I see book look.
We both got 5.15.
Okay. Do you guys not see book look? Because I have them on mine.
I can't see them.
Yeah, I can't see him.
No, not on the turn order.
I will redo it. And you guys can just who out of the two of you who wants to go first?
Let Squish go first. I was first last time.
Okay.
How far can I jump?
So you can jump. It is your long jumps are your strength. You can jump up to your strength score.
My strength score of 8.
Yeah, but you are. I mean, that's just 5 feet across there. Because I know
Okay.
it's measuring. The map is measuring from the center of your square to the center of that square. So the actual distance you have to jump is just 5 feet.
So can I, in one turn, toss the rope to Booklook and ask him to hold on to it and then try to jump?
Yeah, that's free action to toss the rope to Booklook, and yeah.
Don't let me fall, friend.
Yeah, you do have. Yeah, instead of making you back up, to waste 5 movement, and it might not matter. We'll just say you start here so that you have the 10-foot running start,
Alright.
which is required. Otherwise, it's less. But
I will
you know,
try
on your
to jump
But
across.
yeah, assume. Okay. Yeah.
Do I need to roll
Yeah,
strength?
you get across. That would.
Or nothing?
No. It is. Nope. It's automatic. When you have a running start, you can jump up to your strength score. So.
Woohoo!
Yeah. And yeah,
So
you
that
get across.
10, 5. I have 20 feet left to move, I believe.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Good dog, good dog.
I guess you should have been one further back, so you have 15 left to move.
Nice. Good dog, good dog. And I believe I will use my action, correct?
Yes, yeah. Mm-hmm.
I still can't see the other dogs. That's weird.
Well,
he's in the
if that's
shadow
your turn,
somewhere.
you will.
That is my turn, yes. I will also like to get the because I'm dumb and I forgot to move the owl. Do you want me to roll for the owl, or is it on my initiative?
It's up to you. Yeah, if you want, you can have it go just after you, or you can roll. I mean, rules as written, it goes on its own, but I don't mind if it goes just after you. So
just after me is fine. Alright, so the owl will still be told to follow the cat for now, and stay within telepathy range, I guess. That's my turn.
Okay. Yeah. Cool. So after you go, this creature that has been in the shadows advances forward, and let's see. It's going to use an action to try to get a bit closer, but it goes up to the cat and menaces, but it can't do anything else at this point. I forgot to advance through it. Now it's all the bad creatures' turns. Let's see.
Careful, that one next to the cat might actually be a bling dog.
This suddenly okay, yeah, so this thing is in a cage, but it sees tasty meat all around, and it is not a domesticated creature, so it's going to try to push against the cage, but which it probably isn't smart enough to figure out that it's an illusion, but still, it's an angry, mean creature with potential meals nearby, so it will try to burst out, at which point it will learn that it is an illusion. But still, we'll say that that takes up its action. But yeah, you see it move here, and it's in but yeah, it's quite dark out, and it's just over the rise of the roof there, and then
Now, as I understand it, sorry to butt in, the creature can use an action and then has to roll intelligence to see if it figures out it's an illusion.
yes,
Oh, so he made the save. Okay.
well, I think physical interaction is a definite here, because it's
Oh, I mean this line. Maybe I'm not getting it correctly.
yeah, no, I see. He's not necessarily examining it though.
No,
It's
he's
more
just going through it. All right, fine. Let's go.
yeah, he's not smart enough to really examine it. He's just a mean creature that sees potential meals nearby.
Oh,
So
yeah,
he will,
right. Sorry. I missed the part
scratch.
about physical interaction.
Move
My bad.
Yeah,
Yeah.
My dog does the same thing, like jumping on the grate and then trying to like get through it despite the fact that it's a grate.
Yeah. Yeah. He doesn't like being in a cage, so he would try to get out and upon hitting it. I don't think he would be smart enough to figure out that it's fake, but once he hits against it, he'll learn it's fake. But it'll still, I'll say, it still takes his action to do that. And then though he goes into he's a bit in the shadows here, and he then he seems to disappear a bit. You've lost him. He just kind of swirled into the darkness, and he's somewhere over there. But that's all.
Oh,
I mean,
boy.
you saw where he last was. I will actually, I'm just use that red square.
Actually, my lantern gives bright light in a 30-foot radius.
Ah,
so
okay.
if he's around me, if I can see him, then he's still visible.
Correct. Yeah. Yeah, I will I'm going to set up just so because I'll forget. If not, I'm going to put a aura on your token.
Take care.
Sorry, just bear with me. There we go. Yeah, I'm going to leave that on just so that I remember. And yeah, you don't see him currently, but it is it's now your turn, Squish.
It is. How far down is the floor?
It's just about 20 feet or so. You don't see here any easy access to get back up, but you could climb. It wouldn't be too tough to climb back up on a roof, but there's no kind of automatic staircase or anything.
Yeah. Is that like a sewer grate or something down there?
Yeah, that's a sewer grate. Then there's a street light. These little planks are between the two roofs. They're at roof level. So.
All right. Yeah, I'm going to, I'll say, run up this way, and try to jump across to the the other side.
Yeah, unless your strength is 4, then you can you can do that.
No, my strength is 10.
Perfect.
So, oh, hello. All that visibility. Oh, yeah.
And yeah, so at that point, you hear a little howl. It seems maybe not of pain, but at least of discomfort and annoyance. And the shadow mastiff creature appears right back. And yeah, he appears there. And he seems to be trying to avert his eyes from your light, so he's a little distracted, just trying to look away from you, basically, or away from your lantern at least. And
all right. I'm going to use my bonus action to move closer to him. and then I'll use my main action to attack.
Yeah.
Get up there. All right, let's hit this puppy.
And up at all, even if Squish loves dogs, this thing is so grotesque and aggressive and angry that you shouldn't feel remorse.
That she misses.
Well, I don't think I hit the puppy.
But yeah, it's perhaps you hesitated just for a moment, and it was enough for it to be able to dodge out of the way.
All right, cool. That's in my turn.
Okay, book look here. Do I see the Shadow Mastiff?
Yeah, you have 60 foot. Yeah, and there's bright light. Yeah, you'd see it.
And it looks aggressive.
It does. Yeah, it looks aggressive, and it doesn't look anything like even if you have a tough hunting dog or guard dog that you love. This thing looks a bit like an aberration almost, or a monstrosity as opposed to a true beast. So.
Okay. My strength's 17, so I assume I can easily jump.
Yeah.
And get there. And I'm just going to swing at the dog with my great axe.
Alrighty. Yeah, you it had dodged Squish, but then it dodged right into your mighty axe coming down, and it lets out a little howl. And yeah, you hit, and but yeah, and you can see. Oh, isn't that the 4 slashing? Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, and you can see in the bright light that your axe goes bites cleanly into it, and yeah, you see some kind of blood-like liquid oozing out. Yeah, it's hurt. Anything else for Brooklook?
No, that's my turn.
Okay, we'll go on to Val.
Okay, so because I started here, do I need to do like my movement speed in here in this box?
Sorry, I had muted myself. You can say you started anywhere within the yellow box.
Okay, so I guess.
Sorry, I didn't make that clear earlier.
Yeah. Okay, so I think I'll start here, and because I have a strength 15.
Yeah.
I will jump across, which
Yep.
will be 10, and then I want to move over here and cast as an action this thing to the bad blink dog.
Okay. Yeah. Sounds good. Yeah.
That's
Okay. Yeah, you're able to pick apart its defenses, and you're able to discern that its tail is a weak spot, and yeah, an attack against its big fluffy tail will almost certainly be a good place to target.
okay.
All right. You guys see Carex. He doesn't like being this close to this creature, and he blinks out of existence. Carex the cat does, and he reappears across the way on a different roof, and he lets out a little meow. He seems a little troubled by all this commotion, but he is at least out of immediate danger at this moment. And Rinlin, back to you.
Back to me. Does the dog look like it's gonna try and go for the cat?
It does, yeah. It does look like it will.
I would like
It's still focused on the cat.
I raise my staff in the air and go, bad dog, and cast sleep in an area just on it and extending to the south of it.
Okay.
So me, I can...
Yeah.
Did you hit your owl with it as well?
No, because it's gonna end. So it's gonna
up
go
in the
from
air.
this in like so, with the edges of the sleep spell on it. It's not directly on the dog. The sleep spell.
Yeah, but I'm afraid this creature hasn't been wounded at all, and
No, I have to. Oh, I did roll for a night. Oh my god, really? Okay.
yeah, that's a sad roll, I guess, with the 2 1s, and it seems to get
Woozy.
its head lowers for a moment. It seems a little drowsy, but then it shakes it off, and seems as awake as it was.
If I go here,
Yeah.
will it get an attack of... Sorry. If I go here, will it get an attack of opportunity if I move away? Or can I just move from here to... and just go like this?
Nope. Yeah, he doesn't seem to... you haven't seen him fight, but he doesn't have any apparent weapons and doesn't... his physicality doesn't seem to extend too far beyond the immediate area next to him. So...
and I go like this.
I think you were saying you would go... Yeah, you're fine. You're fine to do that. Yep.
Good dog. Good dog.
It does, yeah, it does seem to turn to you a little bit now that you are there.
And that will end my turn. I would like to move the owl closer to it, perform a help action, and then move away. On the turn when somebody attacks.
Yeah.
If you can do that.
You can. Just remember, Val already cast True Strike, so
Pointless.
It already seems well, mechanically, more advantage isn't going to do anything. Yeah.
True Strike only applies to the person who casts it, right?
So
on your next turn.
Oh yeah, you're right. You're right. Sorry, I just haven't seen it much. So yeah, you still can help. Yeah, no problem.
So the owl will fly over here. Wait until
Booklook
gets close and attacks this dog. If it attacks this dog, if it doesn't attack this dog, that's it. And we'll also move away after that. That's my turn and the owl's turn.
Okay, that works. Yeah.
You have fun with the other dog.
Let me just add another thing so I remember. It's doubly distracted, but it's now its turn. It's going to it's actually going to circle around a little bit and then come down here. It's taken notice that a bunch of you are behind it.
I would like to use my portent on his first attack roll if he has more than one.
Okay.
It's going to be the 11 die.
Yeah, so he tries to bite at you, and he misses. Yeah.
Yay! And that's one of my portent done.
And yeah, that is that's all he does. Yeah, he makes one snap at you, and that is it. And now it is the big mastiff's turn, but he doesn't really like all this bright light around him. But he's in the light of the lantern, and he's cornered.
He got hit by the war axe.
Yeah, he got hit by the war axe. Let's see it. He's very angry. Low will be left, high will be to right. So he chooses to attack at the light. But it's going to miss it would have missed anyways. But the light certainly seems to have put him off, and he lunged out with his eyes closed and missed. And that is all he's doing, and we're back to Squish.
Squish is going to give off a devilish grin before she attacks, and with sneak attack.
Mm-hmm. Ooh. Well, yeah.
10 hit.
Oh no, I'm afraid. I'm afraid not.
Second attack. I have 2 short swords.
Okay. Yeah. Roll 20's being slow.
We'll just wait.
Yeah. The dog. He tries to avoid your first one, but you just line him up for the second, and he's fairly wounded at this point. Anything else for Squish?
No, that'll be the end of her turn.
Okay. Burklerk.
Yeah, Burklerk lets out a guttural shout and swings at the dog with his great axe.
Yeah. A mighty hit. This thing howls, and little wisp of black shadow essence fly off of it, and it's quite it's bloodied at this point. It's losing little bits of shadow all around it, and seems to be bloodied, weaker.
Okay, if it's still alive, I'm just going to stay there, and that's my turn.
Okay. Yeah, it still seems to have a fair bit of fight in it. Just a mechanical reference, bloodied is around halfway. So that's It is now the cat's turn. He's just gonna move a little further away. That's it. Rinlin is up.
Didn't get a turn. You.
Oh, sorry, Val. Apologies.
No, it's okay. Problems happen.
Yeah.
So what I want to do is run up to the Bleak Dog and cast. It's called Booming Blade.
Cool.
So I'll take out my quarterstaff. Attack that.
Yeah, nice.
And you get advantage on it.
Mm-hmm.
Oh!
Oh no! Oh, I'm sorry, Val. That is that's just sad. I'm so sorry.
Yes.
It's
I don't know though if it gets the after effect.
I think rules as written it doesn't, but let's say
No, it's okay.
Okay. Yeah, you maybe a roof shingle slid out under your heel, and you didn't fall prone, but you were just off balance and swung wildly. Did you say though you're doing bonus action attack with the other end? Did I understand?
What?
Are you making Are you doing bonus action to attack with the other end of the quarterstaff?
I can do that. I didn't know I could do that.
If it's two-handed, if you're holding it with two hands, the quarterstaff is versatile in that circumstance. And let me make sure I'm not wrong. But
Yeah, I don't know about that.
I might be thinking of. Oh, you know what? Maybe I'm thinking of Polar Master. Apologies. Yeah, sorry. That's with the feet. My mistake. Yeah. So we are back to Rinlin.
Yay. I believe Val is also wounded, correct?
Yes. Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna move a bit here. Actually, no. I'm gonna stay here. If I
and so
use Ray of Frost,
see
I do
kind of like a
disadvantage because it's a range spell, correct?
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Correct. Yeah.
I would like to stab it with my short sword. So
Alrighty.
Hey.
Yeah. Yes, you are able to get it, and this thing takes its first hit, and it it lets out a little shriek, and
I pull my sword with my other hand that's not holding the staff. I strike it and I go, "Go back, bad dog, bad dog!" It's my turn, and Yao will come and provide assistance, provide a helping action to Val when he attacks, and then move away a bit.
Okay.
That would help with my luck. Yeah, okay.
I hit it with the short sword, you'll be fine.
Okay.
Yeah, probably. Hopefully.
So it's surrounded. Low roll will be down to Rinlin. High will be to Val. Yes. So Rinlin just poked it, so it's going to try to bite you back.
To your worst, dog.
And it misses. It will now. It does suddenly. It seems to blink out of existence, though, and it goes just across the way. And yep, that is its turn. The big mastiff, he's just in a bad spot, but we'll do the same for him. So he's going to go to Berklurk at this point. Berklurk's been stabbing him or chopping into him, and he's going to try to get a chunk of half orc, correct? Yeah.
That hits.
Yeah, that's a big. He gets a big chunk of you. And if you would, please make a DC 13 strength check or saving throw.
Oof.
Oof. You the wolf takes not the wolf, the mastiff takes a big bite of you and knocks you prone, but you're on the roof still, at least.
Good. It'd be unfortunate for me if he wasn't still on the roof.
Yeah. Let's see. Put you down. And yeah, the wolf. I keep on calling him wolf. The mastiff starts to get a bit of revenge. Oh, I'm sorry. You know what? He missed. apologies. I forgot about the bright light that is ruining his day. So none of that happened. You were not prone. He did not bite you. Yeah, he lunged at you threateningly, but once again, his eyes were closed, his ears were flattened, and he was relying solely on smell, which is strong for him, but not strong enough, and he missed. And now we are back to Squish, the welder of the horrible light.
Yep. Attached to the hip. All right. It just ain't your day, doggy, is it? And she's going to attack with her short sword. 2. Forgot sneak attack. Should we roll on this?
Yeah, you can roll a 1d6, however. Oh, nice.
Alright.
Yeah, those are. You get this thing. It lunged that Berklook, and so you're able to take your choice of flanks to stab into it. But and you get a massive hit on it. It's grievously wounded. It's on its last legs, just barely holding on at this point, but still up, still fighting.
Well, I'll do my second attack and make it not barely holding on anymore.
Yes. How do you finish this creature off?
All right. So, as the Shadow Mastiff lunges at Buckluck, Squish will take her dual short swords and she will rake them along his back, lobbing off pieces of flesh or shadow or whatever it is.
Yeah, it's kind of like black fleshy shadow, but it rends off and it lets out a last little howl, and it kind of collapses into a black goo, and no longer appears to be of any threat or concern to you guys.
Well, I still have my movement.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna head up here.
Okay.
And that'll end my turn.
Berklerk is up.
Yeah. Okay. I can see the bad blink dog. Let's see. Oh, I probably if I dash, I won't be able to jump over there then. Or
No, and also going through Squish will cost an additional 5 feet of movement.
Or can I move? I'm not quite sure. The edge of the roof seems to be. Is it on the square or not?
I'd say it's a little too. It's not quite enough roof there to really go along.
Try jumping this side.
Okay, in that case.
Yeah, that'd work. I mean, you could jump from here to here, I think.
Okay,
yeah,
well,
you
if
could do that.
If I can end up there without dashing, and then I'll use my action to stow my great axe and grab my 2 hand axes.
Okay, yeah.
So I have 1 in each hand.
Yep.
And that's me.
Dual wielding buddies.
Karex, he just moves back a little bit further away from the blink dog. And Val is up.
Okay, so if I jump next to the dog, will it have an opportunity?
He will not. Nope.
Okay, this is gonna be stupid, but I think I'll jump next to it.
Yeah.
Cast blade. Do I still have the help action from the owl, or
Yeah, it's still I don't know how to narrate it, but yeah, it's still perhaps there's some owl feathers that are falling in its face still, or in its ear, and yeah, it's still distracted. And so your strength is 15 or more?
it's 15?
Perfect. Cool. Yeah. And so you're able to smack down staff onto this guy. Yeah, he's quite bloodied and injured, quite hurt.
Okay.
Right, Rinlin.
It's mine.
Damn. I would like to sheath my sword, move up here, and move up here, sorry. And cast Toll of the Dead on the bad dog.
Cool.
My god. Damage.
Let's see. The dog seems to be made of it's heard these spells before, and it's not so affected by them, so it's a little hurt.
Stupid dog. I move back here. I end my turn. The owl will perform a help action and then fly back. And that's the owl's turn.
Okay.
I end my turn, I mean.
Sure. The dog doesn't like Val showing up so quick. Well, first.
Before you attack, if it's going to attack me, I'll cast my action.
I'm sorry. You're casting what? It cut out.
Give me a moment.
Oh yeah. Well, you can wait until you see if it hits. Yeah. But yeah, thanks for heads up. I'm just going to. Oh, I thought that did it. Let's see. Okay. It seems to charge up a little bit. A glow goes around it, but first it is going to. It tries to bite onto Val. Seems like that misses without you needing to expend your spell. But it's not going to go too far. It just goes. There. Because it doesn't know where the cat is until it gets up here. It just wants to get out of the immediate threat range. And that is its turn.
How dare it?
Val doesn't get an opportunity attack.
Because it blinked. It used its teleport to blink. But it didn't know exactly where the cat was, so it didn't go far. But yeah.
Because it blinked, did my booming blade?
That's a good question. Let me double check booming blade. I think it still does go off because it's still movement.
Okay.
Yeah, it willingly moves. That's a good question, but we'll say it does for now. It's something I'll check later to confirm. But yeah, do you want to roll the?
No, I didn't roll that right.
Okay.
Oh.
Yeah. It's getting hit by Toll of the Dead and Blooming Blade. All these sound effects It's quite hurt. It doesn't seem to have too much fight left in it, but it's still up. And yeah, apologies. Now back to Squish.
All right. So Squish is gonna move here to here. Squish sees that. And she's gonna throw a dagger at the boyo.
Yeah.
Chug it.
Yes. Dagger pierces into it, and yeah, it is wobbling about on its last legs at this point.
She's gonna chug a second dagger.
Yeah. How do you finish off?
Between the eyes.
Alrighty. And so I'm messing with you.
Nice.
She's gonna yell, "Can someone get those for me, please?"
Can we free action now?
Yeah. Let me free action, and so
I would like to send the owl to follow the cat again.
okay. And so what? Give me just a moment.
I'll grab the 2 knives of Squishy and keep them till I have a chance to give it to them.
Okay. Did you guys get full lighting on the map? This one?
Yeah.
Okay, good. Yeah, right after Squish killed the bad blink dog, Karax seemed to blink across over here. This is a big wall. It's tough to make out, but it's a wall about 20 feet up. And then the cat blinked, and you can't tell if it went to the left or to the right. And let me let me stop the music and describe what you are seeing. Yeah, so on the left, it looks like you see some people milling about, some lights in a window. It looks like a big casino. You hear some music coming out, and you see a sign. Shoot, get to be up. You see a sign though for a place called fittingly, but don't read too much into it. But it's called the Golden Cat Lounge and Casino. Here. And then
Does the owl see?
The owl can't. The cat. It seems to blink, and yeah, there's some open. The cat just disappears basically at some point. It seems to. There's some open windows in both buildings, so perhaps the cat blinked into one of them or into some bushes. But yeah, the cat used its teleport, and the owl wasn't able to follow the teleport. To the right is you see some official looking buildings, and you're able to find some signs or consult a city map, and that is the grounds for the city, well, really the country library called Magna Dossier. So it seems likely that the cat went to one of these 2 places, and yeah, you can. So this wall divides from the properties, and then it looks like the wall continues on a north-south axis to divide between the casino and the library properties. It is evening, but there's some people moving about on the street, and yeah, that is kind of where you guys are at.
Can we take a short rest, by the way? If we
Yeah,
decide that?
yeah, you guys can. Yeah, you guys can kind of
How big is
your
the courtyard, by the way?
so yeah, the courtyard. And apologies, I thought I had a image to show you. But it is so both of them seem to be quite extensive grounds, and the casino especially even seems to have a exotic plant garden kind of. You see some kind of flowering plants and some tropical unusual plants growing in it. It seems to have a fair bit of grounds around it, and then it has quite a grand entrance. It does look like there are some guards out in front of the entrance. And the library side, not so many trees or no garden really to speak of, just a few shrubs, but quite a few buildings. Not as much activity on the library side. You don't really see any people moving around, just some buildings that look dark. And yeah, why don't we all take in real life 5-minute break, give or take. I'm gonna refill coffee, and the party members can all take a short rest. But yeah, I'll be back in about 5 minutes.
That sounds good.
Alright.
Okay, me too.
You guys, you're not under an immediate time pressure, and yeah, the owl would at least be able to kind of be on lookout to make sure it doesn't notice the cat leaving the area.
Yeah. Squish also doesn't need a short rest, so she can be like surveying the area.
Okay. Yeah.
I'll
Yeah.
use
Definitely.
one hit
Sorry. Go ahead.
I'll use one hit.
Okay.
It's no more than. Yeah.
You kind of broke out. Broke up. We didn't get everything you were saying, Val.
Yeah, you can at least see, and that's a daytime image, but that's kind of the entrance you see a little ways down the street to the lounge. But yeah, so you see that it's about yeah, you can tell from where you are. It's a 2-story building, but big, 2 levels, but quite big. It seems like there's a rooftop patio as well on one portion of the building. Yeah, there's walls and buildings around it. Yeah, and then for the sorry, I should wait to make sure everyone's back. And there's no problem if they're not.
Pretty sure we're all in here.
Okay. Yeah, the library complex to the right, it seems to have be multi-level building as well, and yeah, there's some windows around it and that sort of thing.
So, are we going to the casino?
I mean, if I was running away with all the money of the house, I would go to the casino.
A place with bodyguards named similarly to her cat, and, well, large sums of money get traded there every single day, and a little more would not be over the guard's eye. Yeah, I could see it happening there.
I could also probably send the owl to circle the library and try to peek in through some of the windows, see if there's any movement in there.
Good idea.
Sorry, go ahead.
Just said this sounds like a good idea. Sending the owl just to survey. We go towards the most likely option.
Yeah, that owl is able to tell that the big library building there's a small hole up into kind of what the owl discovers to be an attic, and the owl communicating back to you does say it's all you hear from the owl is books. This place is weird. So many books, and I'm just moving you. This is more of kind of an idea of what the owl perceives without the people, but just the interior of that building does not match the owl's perception of what it should be from the outside. But nothing horrible unless you're scared of the printed page.
And it looks empty, right?
It seems empty. Does hear maybe just a tiny bit of sound further in, but that would take quite a bit of exploration and through some closed doors. But yeah, all the owl sees is kind of a labyrinthine passages through mountains and stacks of books. But does hear some sounds further in, but tough to confirm if anything is in there.
Inconclusive. The owl says inconclusive, gentlemen and ladies.
Well,
We could try and split up. How far apart are the buildings?
They're not far. They are on adjacent properties. So at the closest, the buildings themselves are 40-50 feet across, and then at their furthest, widest, they are probably, I don't know exactly, but 100, 120, something along those lines.
Alright, well, I will leave the owl with the... If we split up, I can leave the owl with some of you, and then have it land and find you, maybe? If it lands on your shoulder, it will be the sign that we found our query in the other building.
okay, how do we call you?
We're in no hurry. Booklook says, why don't we just go together, take one first, then the other?
That could also work.
Yeah. Okay, so you know what? We could flip a coin and just go wherever.
I still think the
Fair.
casino is the way to go.
Sometimes luck is the best way to decide.
I'm more in favor of the casino more than anything else, but that might
Yeah,
be my crippling gambling habits.
Well, I think the casino would probably be the most likely answer too, but for whatever reason.
Well, we put it to a vote. Do we investigate one or the other? Do we split up? Or do we roll for it?
Why don't you guys do, and it's up to you, but maybe it seems simplest, everyone type in their first preference, and then if it's a tie, you can vote.
Yeah.
Right. Casino.
Now he will leave the owl outside to circle the library and keep an eye out. Maybe it spots the cat.
Okay.
I mean, it's too alarming that the cat is outside.
Okay.
Right. So I'm not moving you here yet. This is kind of I guess I could have shown you before. You could have gathered this from your rooftop or from the wall. This would be what you would see. I don't have them on this map, but there are a few guards down here, or I mean, you can't tell if they're kind of valets or guards, but some sort of employee of the casino. But yeah, so that's what you could spot from across the way. You do see some fancy noble types going in and out. Some of them are quite dressed up quite a bit, and they seem to. Some of them are waved in automatically. A few others have to stop and talk to the valets or guards momentarily before going in.
I walk up straight to the guards.
Okay.
No fear. Like I belong, maybe.
This is not Squish's first trip to a casino.
Yeah, you can put yourselves there. Yeah, it's a nice cobbled pathway leading up. You go in through a big archway, and yeah, there are. Let me move you then to. Yeah, I'll copy your token so you don't have to do it again. Oops.
This map is acting weird.
Going to put you back here so that you're on the. Let me get rid of that box. Oh, 20 speed slow. Yes, so you approach these guys. They don't seem to recognize you, and they're not the most impressed by your outfits or garments. None of you are wearing fancy clothes, correct? I think you only would if you were a noble or if you've purchased or entertainer purchased them separately.
Correct for Rinlin?
Correct.
Okay. Yeah, so they say, hold up.
I look at them in disdain and go, well, the guards are interceding. Talk to them, please.
I walk up to the guards. Well, sirs, please could you let us go in? We have an invitation. Yes, we have an invitation to see a person here.
Okay.
This is Sir Rinlin.
Yes. I believe they should know me. You know me, right, guard?
This fellow looks at you, and he seems to be a warforged of some sort, but he is does not appear impressed. But perhaps why don't I think it should be Val doing your choice,
yes,
persuasion or deception, and you are being aided by Rinlin, so you'll have advantage on it. But yeah,
it's what's my choice again?
Persuasion or deception.
Well, it really matters, so I think I want to do persuasion.
Okay. Oh, nice.
Hey.
Yeah, and mechanically, I think maybe deception is the most appropriate, but I'm happy to allow persuasion myself. Just if you play other games and a different DM says only deception. That's the only reason I mention it.
I have +3 on both persuasion and deception, so it's basically the same.
Yeah, and completely. I'm completely fine with it. So sounds good. Yeah, the guards. He goes and he converses to this lady. She seems perhaps she's in charge. They have a little clipboard and review it, and they converse for a moment, but you hear them mutter, Velkek in his sloppy handwriting. This says Rumlin. It must be Rinlin. And then she points though to Squish and Brooklook and says, "What about them? Who are they?"
Would you like me to enter alone without guards like some sort of peasant? Would you?
She says, "Well enough, but make sure they don't harass the staff or interfere with any of the games."
Oh, they are very well trained.
Okay. And yeah, you may enter. And I think all the doors in this building are open on this level for the most part. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. You can assume that most of these doors are open. I didn't, just because of Roll20 capacity, I didn't completely load it up with tokens, but imagine that there are people about, fancy nobles. Some of them are kind of in costumes. And yeah, you hear the sounds of dice rolling and little chips. I guess there's, maybe she goes and doubles as the chip exchanger. And you are reminded, a little voice in your head says, "Remember your contract with the TFC Guild. You can't, and any winnings Basha will take for the support of the guild. So you can have fun, but you can't win money." That's just a way to mechanically explain the server. But,
You see the dollar signs and Squish's eyes fade.
Booklook would like to look around and see if there's anyone who could be a reliable contact. We could ask for some information.
yeah. So, and Rinlin, just that's not the same gnome you met
all right.
in the last.
Just gonna ask about that.
It's a different one. They just seem to be looking the same. Yeah, you guys look around. You do see, after a minute, and you see, this woman appears to be part of the staff, perhaps wearing a fancy headdress and mask. But I think Squish, you would notice that this. Well, I'm sorry, not Squish.
Oh.
I guess you don't know thieves can't, because you're not a criminal, but you're not a rogue, but you are a criminal background, right?
Yes, I know thieves camps.
Oh, okay. Sorry, that I thought one of you did, and I got confused. Apologies. Yeah, Squish is.
Which is a rogue. She knows thieves camp.
That's right. Yeah. Apologies. Yeah. So you notice this one. She silently, she does some hand signal kind of casually that is just kind of a general call. It says, if you're someone like me, I'm one of you too. Basically that's it. And Forklook might pick up and know that it means something, but perhaps not the actual meaning.
Squish will return the signal or give a response, basically saying, "Understood. I get you."
Okay. Yes, and yeah, criminal contact. Yeah. Look, you would find that that this fellow, he comes out of the poker room, and you recognize him as a fence. Yeah, just involved in the criminal underworld of Vascala. So, yeah.
I'd like to talk to him discreetly.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, he sees you. He seems a little surprised to see you here inside the casino, the Golden Cat Casino. But yeah, you're able to have a conversation with him.
Okay. We're looking for a noble lady, Nora Irul. She recently came into a lot of money. She has a golden brown cat. Have you seen her or anyone like that around here?
Describe her, please, for me.
That's what I can't remember what we were told.
That's Burklook would still remember the description. So
noble lady.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah, that was it. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'll give him the description.
Okay. He says, I'm afraid I haven't seen anyone that fits that description, and you know me, I do keep an eye out always on everything. But you said a cat, and a golden cat.
Yes.
I have seen one around the grounds lately. Indeed. Have you? I wonder if perhaps some of the entertainers they keep chambers on the upper floor. I don't know if any of them have pets, cats. It's worth a shot.
Okay. Thank you.
And yeah, sorry, let me move to and we can circle back to this, but check in on Squish. If Squish was going to engage the woman who flashed the thieves' cant signal.
Yeah. So she'll kind of saunter over up to the woman and just kind of quietly speak to her, talk and ask, I don't know what she'd ask.
Just thief rogue stuff, kind of what's good to know.
What crimes have been happening around here? And have you seen a lady who looks like she just ditched her husband?
Yeah, so she replies, well, no, I haven't seen anyone meets that description, but you're mentioning excuse me, you mentioned the cat. Well, that's it's
Laura, one of the new girls here. She's got a cat. I don't know if it's hers, but she comes up to the window sometimes, and she seems to talk to it. It's a little strange to me, but I don't judge. And yeah, but no, she's she's like me, a changeling, and so the woman she changes her form a bit and keeps the same clothing, but is suddenly looking a little different otherwise.
That must be real helpful.
Uh, she says, "Well, yes, most of us here are. That's we do the dances, and yeah, it's helpful. You can just makes the shows more entertaining."
Yeah.
And yeah, so yeah, that's yeah, that's about all I know in that regards. There's this is the Red Claws kind of run this place, and so we don't do any skimming, of course, because it's a company business, so to speak. So yeah, no skimming or good opportunities, and we're even sadly not allowed to take advantage of our clientele, at least to not not without them being aware. So unfortunately, despite all this gold flying around, it's not ours for the taking, which I would suggest the and she gives another name. I need to for another casino that's a little more seedy and not as fancy. She says, with the clientele here, we have to. The company says we have to keep it on the up and up, but you're here. Might as well enjoy a show or walk around a bit.
Yeah, I'll keep it on the up and up while I'm here. I don't have any plans to create any disturbances.
And she says, "Yeah, the upstairs there's the theater and the steam rooms, and then that's where there's the private rooms as well, the dorms. Down here, it's all just the games."
Down here's where the party's at.
Yeah, so that seems to be the primary bits of info that your contacts or fellow rogues are able to share with you guys.
All right. Well, I'll thank her for her assistance, and then kind of meet up with the group or some of them, and kind of tell them about Laura and the layout of the casino and whatnot.
Well, now what?
Maybe
Should we check out upstairs?
Yeah, we look for Laura as well.
Okay. Yeah, there's some staircases over here that you can see heading up. I'm actually going to move you guys. Sorry, Brooke, I'm just going to copy you guys up. It's just easier. You're all together.
We go up then.
Okay.
Yeah. Val is a little bit distracted. He has never been to such an establishment. He's excited. And he
Yeah,
comes out
yeah.
eventually.
So you come up actually more like here. Oops. You come up. There's the staircase there going down. You guys come up. You can hear. I forgot to bring in tokens for people, but there's people. The orange squiggly lines are people. And yeah, there's a show going on in this big room next door. Kind of weird acrobatic circus costume business. But it's some music going on. Seems to be, I think Val and Rinlin would recognize magic being used to enhance the performance.
Cool.
And looks like I forgot some dynamic lighting on one.
Do we see anyone who could be Laura or our query? Nora?
You don't, and so you see and I know dynamic lighting can sometimes kind of hide things. You see yeah, so there's the big room with the theater going on, and there's some people there. But then in the main kind of hall where you came up, you saw a number of doors and all closed. The air in general felt kind of warm and humid, and some of the doors seem to have little bits of mist or steam coming off of them. And these little red rectangles are to indicate doorways, just in case it's not clear on the map itself. Oh. And yeah.
Well, let's keep looking, unless somebody wants to watch the show some more. Try to open this door.
Picks up a bit, excited, and continues.
Squish is gonna eye that man in the chair.
Yeah, he seems just like a bit slimy, kind of basically like a Jabba the Hutt type. But
She doesn't want to deal with him.
yeah, so Rinlin, that door just saw Rinlin's message. But yeah, that door in front of you appears to be locked. Doesn't seem like it would be most complicated, but yeah.
I try to catch Squishy's attention and point at the door.
All right. I walk over to the door. And what do you want? What's up?
I believe we should maybe check these doors. If our quarry was on the run with lots of money, definitely she would lock the room behind her. Door behind her. I believe you can assist.
I'll take the rest of the corridor while you look at, but I'm still.
All right, you guys got to keep an eye out around, though.
I go keep an eye out. Rinlin, go keep an eye out. Forgot.
I'll give Squishy cover by just standing, so no one can standing in the way.
And sorry, Val, I might have missed something you said there.
I said just that I'm looking at the rest of the corridor.
Okay.
Try to.
Are we just unlocking every door, or do we know for sure this one's the correct one?
We're unlocking every door. That's my plan.
Okay. Squish is just like, whatever. I'm immediately going against my whole thing that I told the lady downstairs, but let's break into this door. Well, let's see if the door's open first.
Rinlin tried, and it was locked.
Then I will pick the lock.
Okay. Give me a Thieves' Tools, please.
Thieves' Tool, what attribute?
Dexterity.
Okay. Nope.
Yeah, that one. It doesn't seem to open this time. You feel like you could maybe try again, or try one of the other doors.
Booklook pulls out a crowbar and says, "Want me to try?"
Get one second. Let me just, and she's gonna try again.
Okay, yeah, you were able to learn from the first time around, and it opens up.
You gotta be.
Yeah, you see a small little, seems like a waiting room or sitting room. And there's some additional doors on the inside. One of them seems open, and the one on the left is closed. The one on the right is open. And there's, it seems to be a sauna in there. Nice, inviting, warm heat coming off. There's some pitchers of water, some hot coals, and you see steam coming out of this other door that's you're in front of, Squish.
I don't think this room is very important to us. Let's move on.
What? We want to try all doors.
Do you want to try the door that specifically might have someone in the shower behind it?
While they're doing it, I would like to talk to this one. I really would like to this one.
Booklook racks his brain. Hey, Squish, make a pretense, ask if someone's in there.
Wait, what do you want me to do? Just knock on the door and ask if someone's in there?
Okay, Booklook bangs on the door. Bang, bang, bang. Housekeeping.
No, I relax now. I steam more steam. Leave me alone.
Okay, no, thank you. Thank you. Have a good day. Goodbye.
Yeah, it doesn't sound familiar.
Okay, later, and I'll leave.
Okay.
I'll try the next door.
Though, I should ask, did it sound like a man's voice or a woman's voice?
It sounded like an old man's voice.
Okay.
Is this door I'm next to open? Because I can see inside.
Yes, yeah, that door is open. Yeah.
Can I very, how to say this, light, kind of stealthily, not get in there and check if there's anything important in here?
It seems to be kind of like a reading or waiting room that's not as private as the little one that Squish and Burlaka saw. But yeah, you do. Yeah. So
Okay.
nothing seems to be going on there. Squish, this door is unlocked. If you want. Okay.
Before I start opening every single door, is there any sort of like plaques or anything around these?
That is a yes. I guess some of them. They have things that say like ivory room or silver room, warm waters room. Things like that. The one in front of you says ivory.
All right. I'm going to open the door slightly and look inside.
Okay.
Do you want me to make like a dexterity check for that or something?
No, I was just messing with the dynamic lighting. Is all. Did it work? Are you able to see a little bit? Or okay.
I can see small amounts.
Let me make it a little bigger because dynamic lighting is weird. But yeah,
Okay.
you'd be able to see what looks to be like a nicely furnished bedroom.
And I don't hear any voices in there.
Yeah, you don't hear any voices or anything. It seems empty at the moment. Yeah, I mean, as far as you can see, and yeah, you don't hear anything either. You can give me active perception if you want.
Sure.
Well, yeah, you
It's
don't.
okay.
Yeah, even with your active, though, you don't hear anything.
Squish is like, all right, I've unlocked the door for you. Feel free to go inside and look around if you want.
Yeah, there's a bed, table, a writing desk. You know, it's kind of like one of those roll top desk that's closed. And yeah, that's, you can see it goes out to a balcony further past it.
But nobody there.
Nobody there.
Do I see any towels?
Where? Well, I guess actually you can see into the bathroom.
Or,
Yeah.
or well, I'm asking because if I'm going to pretend to be housekeeping, it'd be nice to just have some towels or bed linen in my hand and pretend like.
Yeah, you see some. You see some on the floor in the bathroom.
Okay, I'll grab them and fold them so they look kind of fresh.
Sure. Yeah.
Housekeeping.
Bring some of those towels back with you.
No signs of cats?
Why don't you give me a investigation check?
Okay.
It's tough, but you do when you went to get the towels, actually, you did just kind of by the bedstand or nightstand. You did see a few golden furs.
Okay, I'll inform the others that I think a cat might have been in this room.
Can I check this hallway room for any cat fur hairs?
Yeah. Yeah, Val, you do. You can give me a investigation, please, just to.
That's gonna suck. That's
yeah. You do. You see a few randomly around, but you do notice kind of on this doorway, the entrance. You notice there's more than there are just scattered around. It seems like maybe the cat is brushing up against there often, or more so than other areas.
Okay, then I'll go inside. Check. These are windows?
Yeah, so that's opposite the bed is a window out to a balcony, and then I think there's a window in the bathroom as well.
Go outside in the balcony?
Yeah.
Do I see
Should be
anything?
open. You see a bit more cat hairs and that sort of thing. But yeah, you don't see you see a little bowl of milk and a little bowl of looks like it had some meat in it. So it looks like perhaps a cat here. Yeah, you don't see it currently.
Okay, so we go outside, say, so the cat was almost definitely here. Somebody was feeding it, so maybe this is the room the person we're looking for, but she's not here, so check somewhere else, maybe not in the locked doors. I don't think she would be there.
Thank goodness.
And Val, you did actually notice on your way out, you saw on the writing desk a little book caught your eye. There's a quill, some ink. And okay, sorry, Rinlin, I will come to that in a moment.
Yeah.
Okay, so take the book
Yeah.
and
Yeah, I am about to show it to you. And sorry, my roll 20 is just being really laggy. So, yeah, it seems to be the journal of Nora you roll. And reading through it, you come across a few facts. It seems that she was originally from island Quiggle, the Quicksilver Isles. That this cult killed a bunch of her fellow changelings, and that is why she later on she tried to seduce and trick Trevin Eagle, her husband. Technically, I guess they're still married, but yeah. So now, essentially, she's trying to track down something, and there is I forget one part of that. There's her last entry indicates that she is going to head to a warehouse down in the docks to supposedly one of the cult members, one of the former members will be there, and she's planning to try to catch up, find them there, and
so
handle
I go to the two guys in order. No, I say this. I tell them to come with me and go towards Rinlin. I see he's busy and go back. Wait for him so I can brief them what happened.
Sure. Yeah, so Rinlin, you are talking to this fellow.
Good man.
He says,
I have a question for you. See, I ran into the most interesting golden cat while I was walking outside your fine establishment, and I was interested in if I could talk to the owner. I am willing to provide a monetary incentive to anyone willing to provide information. I really want that cat.
"Oh, you speak
Now-
to Giassi. What do you want? You want the cat?"
Well, I would like to talk to the owner of the cat. Maybe we can make an arrangement. That cat would be a fine addition to my household. Now, the people downstairs did
I pay
say
no attention.
the owner was a red-headed young female with a mole on her face.
I see red-haired lady here some, but the people here, they change all the time, every day. It could be purple hair, red hair, could be man, lady, something in between. Could be whatever. Dwarf, elf. So I see red lady, but the next day could be green man.
Yes, I see how that could get confusing. But have you seen the cat around? Maybe in a room or something, or going to a room?
Giassi no pay attention, but I step on cat once and it scream, and then it just poof away. Giassi have big step and make the cat poof.
Yes, I see. Well, thank you, good man. You've been very helpful. and I move
You,
back.
you stay. You watch the show.
Alas, I have no time. Another day, perhaps. You know how it is. Busy
Okay.
day, busy day. I come out of the room shaking my head.
Okay.
That's it.
So, Rinlin,
Yes, I hope you had more luck than me.
I think we had a bit of luck. Do you know something about that cult you were talking with the detective? It seems here that they were using changelings as sacrifices or something, and this woman was trying to get revenge on her husband. Let's say she became his wife just to take revenge. So, but
That would have been the
didn't
perfect
work.
kind of revenge, in my opinion, since the cult was about to sacrifice the husband as well when we rescue him.
Yes, but in this letter it says that the money he gave to the cult was enough for them to do a few bad things, let's say. Anyway, the important thing is that I think I know her location.
Well, if we have a clue, I don't think there's any point in us being here unless somebody else wants to keep poking around. We may come back here in the future, you know, to enjoy ourselves. But I do believe we're on a deadline. If she is skipping town, she probably will not linger long enough.
It says here that she's going to the docks at some point tonight. Is that
But why would she not take the cat if she's leaving? Unless she doesn't like the cat anymore?
maybe she's not leaving? She's just trying to eliminate the cult by herself. Maybe this is her hideout of sorts.
Well, gentlemen, ladies, shall we poke our heads some more or go to this warehouse?
Shouldn't we find Laura if we can first?
Yeah, work now, fun later. Let's go.
Ah, yes, Laura. Anyone else wants to do anything?
Squish, can you try this door?
Yeah, maybe.
Sorry. And you can. You're welcome to try, but just to make sure, because I think the PCs would realize Nora and Laura are the same person. It's just different names that she uses.
Wait. Okay. Okay, maybe we check few rooms more. Clue, maybe
Okay.
some shelf.
Do we think?
So just to clarify the information you guys have, that the PCs have gotten, Laura and Nora are the same person, and they are going to, in their journal, they have set a date to track down and presumably assassinate a cult member down at the docks in a couple hours. That's the information you guys have.
There's a place I like more than a casino. It's the docks.
So we should head to the docks then.
How quickly can we get from here to the docks?
Did the owl get any new information from the library while we were discovering?
The owl has not seen the cat. Perhaps it's just gone into a tree and gone to sleep. Found some other cozy spot but yeah, no activity seen.
Well, it's gonna be hard to find Laura.
Well, you have you have an address for the warehouse.
No, I mean, I was gonna say it's gonna be hard to find Laura here if she's a changeling, but we know exactly where she's gonna be in a few hours. Might be best to wait there and wait for somebody to try and assassinate a cult member.
Well, let's go there and see for ourselves. And we make a plan as we will do.
Yeah, I start walking out.
Yep, time to go.
Yeah, you guys leave. Under the way out, Squish the changeling rogue gives you a little signal. Come back. Hope to see you, or come down. Sorry, I don't have a name. To the Funner Casino for a good time.
Yeah.
Burke, look, your contact gives you a nod of nice job or something, even though he probably doesn't know what's going on. And the guards on the way out say, have a pleasant evening.
As we're approaching the guards, they're
Nobles.
saying that, I go, Val, why'd you tell me I was wearing the adventuring clothes on me? No wonder the guards stopped me like a peasant. Ah, I need to go back and change.
Of course, sir. Of course, sir.
Yeah, and with that, you're able to. Let me just go to the overland map. It takes you a little bit of time to come. You're up here, and you have to get down to here, but you're able to do it. You are able, in going down, it's pretty easy either way. Either take some stairs or take one of the magically enhanced lifts to descend the big cliff that divides the city. But going down, the stairs aren't so bad, so it's up to you either way. But after a short while, you are able to make your way to the docks. And I will put you. Oops. You will be a little further away, but just to do that, I'm just going to take a real quick break. I'll be back in just two minutes, and we'll go from there.
Okay.
Sure. Now, as an idea, if we could get another short rest, maybe, while we wait for her to show up, unless she's already inside, I will have my full free spells available, level 1. The thing is, the cultists, they're not very talkative. They like to go back direct to the stabby stab.
A couple blocks away, you see this figure, which seems to be a female changeling. Well, I guess they can change everything about them. But you see this figure go into the building, and there's some doors down there.
Can I... Damn it, she interested. Alright.
Sorry, what was that?
I was gonna try and create an illusory wall in front of the door before she went in, but she's already in, so carry on.
Yeah. I mean, she was basically, she had the door open, and you guys just saw her walk in and close it behind.
Damn.
Behind her.
Follow?
How about we take a... I can use the owl to scout the area a bit before we go in. Should only take 5 minutes. Unless we really think she's about to kill herself in the attempt.
Use the owl.
Use the owl.
Send the owl to scout. Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
Inform if there's anyone around the building.
And you guys can. So I forget how I have this. Yeah, this map you should be able to see everywhere, correct?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, and so the owl could relay this. The building appears to be 2 levels up from the ground, and then there's some kind of skylights basically in the roof, and then off to the east and southeast there appear to be you're right on the river. There's a loading crane for cargo and kind of a what's the word, stables, barn, I don't know, but a parking garage for wagons off over here. There's a portcullis that's closed, blocking that, but you can see through it at ground level, of course, and it's not covered up top. It's just a wall, and yeah, there's a staircase up to the upper level on this side. Let me draw that. I mean, the staircase is there, but just so that there's a door up on the upper level there. There is a door on the ground level down here. There appears to be some sort of like basement hatch access there. And the owl would see, I have to double check, but there's a door over here. I forget if it's the ground level or the upper level.
I believe we should follow her in. That's all I can see through the owl. I don't really fancy splitting up the party. And if we just follow her in, assuming that was her, we'll be closest to assist and keep her safe. If she can't keep herself safe.
Basically kidnapped too, electric boogaloo. We're out. Grab her and go.
Well, since I had an encounter with the cultist, I kinda appreciate her point of view. We can maybe convince her to join us willingly with the cat if we just do her assassination mission. 1, 2, 3 less cultists in the world. It's gonna make it a better place anyway. Besides, we have Booklook over here. He'll be fine for dealing with cultists.
Okay, so go behind Booklook.
Okay.
Can stick in battle. And
Yeah.
get in.
You guys can rearrange yourselves as you want. The doors they are to the left.
Okay.
Was the door still open?
Yeah. Well, it's the door. Physically, it's closed, but you can tell that the gaps between the doors are large enough to see that the lock mechanism is not engaged, and so yeah, you know it to be unlocked and unbarred.
Can I try and peek inside without? I mean, if someone's right inside, I don't want them to notice.
Yeah. Yeah, because it's taken you at least a minute after you've seen her go inside to get up there. So yeah, you don't see her, and yeah, you don't see anybody directly on the other side.
I'll open the door and walk in then.
Okay, let me open that door for you. Yeah, and so it's a warehouse. There are several boxes of things, stacks that go quite high up, and yeah, kind of block the vision some. Val can see a staircase going up and down. A set of staircases going up and down over here. Well, all of you can. And yeah, if you guys would, don't move further than kind of Val or look are, just for now. Yeah, it is warehouse. That red rectangle that is on the map down here, that represents, above that, you can see that it is a catwalk. And so around all the edges, there's a balcony above. But then, so the rest, you know what? I think this one is something like this. So parts of it are open. Maybe it'd be better if I just highlight the open areas, I think. But essentially, parts of this room are open up top, and parts of it are closed. And if I can get a perception check from everyone?
I want to ask the rest of the party real quick if it's safe to open up my lantern.
Go for it. I'll do that. I have helped us in the past, so.
Alright, then I'll do the lantern before I perception check. Seeing as I cannot see.
Let me just check something. So, you guys, you do see she is up on the second story. You can see her. She seems to be distracted, rifling through some crates. She's on a platform up on the second level. That she's basically at the end of it, so you can see her through the open air. And with that, roll me initiative, please, because you hear her suddenly cry out a bit, and you hadn't noticed because it was happening as you came in, and it was very sneaky, but some sort of monster entered through one of the skylights and jumped down near her.
Dang, even with the skylight it's this dark?
Sorry?
I was making a joke.
I just didn't hear it.
I said, even with the skylights, it's this dark.
Yeah, they seem to be fogged up a bit, and it is nighttime. So.
Oh, it's nighttime again?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, sorry, I know that one map isn't. The first outside map wasn't clear.
Yeah. Also, I turned on my lantern. Can you edit the vision?
Yeah, 60 foot.
Yeah, thank you.
Squish. Okay, should be active for squish.
Sight.
And
Now that doesn't actually help that much in the warehouse. Too much stuff in the way.
Yeah.
Those boxes are about 3 meters, 10 feet tall. So they do block your line of sight. But they...
I don't know where she is, but I don't know if that's because I don't see something or...
I will fix that momentarily.
Are we starting in the red box or the blue box?
The blue box is just a door, and the red boxes are where it's open to the second floor. It might not be exact because I'd have to double check, but basically, the room, you're on the ground floor, and there's all along the edges there are platforms like balconies on the inside, and then there's a catwalk kind of crossing the middle, so around here, and all of that is about 4 meters, 12 feet up, and and yeah, you either heard or see her, kind of where that green dot is, but she is on the second floor. So depending on your exact position, yeah. But if you guys would all stay kind of above that first red line for the start, and we'll start with.
I can't see any green dots.
It might be out of your vision, and I just realized I used the wrong changeling token, but it's still a lady changeling. It's down. It's almost due south of you, and to the east a little bit. So. And yeah, you guys hear one of the hinges on the skylights creak, and you hear her, or you hear a voice cry out, kind of in a bit of terror or surprise, and you hear some kind of gurgly, growling sounds as well. Doesn't sound good.
Yeah, boy.
All right, who's up first? Rinlin.
Yeah, Rinlin. And so there's a ladder just next to Squish that goes up. There's a staircase not far from Booklook that goes up, and also a staircase that goes down. And yeah.
Can I send my owl before me?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Rinlin will turn to the owl and go, Nix, go find the quarry. And the owl will go up here. Just stay out of claw range. And will try to tell me where things are. Because I can't see anything from
Yeah. Let me give the owl some vision.
That's fine. Just let me know if the owl can see anything in the basic way. So basically, it can see both the creature and the lady on top, right on the second floor.
Yes. And sorry, I was just moving the owl a little bit. Let me. Yeah. So the owl sees. Let me.
Ooh.
It looks to be. Of course, just the owl sees it now, but I imagine it would get relayed through. It looks monstrous, tentacly, aberrant. Yeah.
That's nice. I would like to try and get upstairs. Oof, that's a bit. Not about as far as I can make it. I can't see anything from here, so that's it. And I will end my turn.
And
actually no, I would like to dash
maybe
if I can, and just be on the second floor.
Yeah. You know what? I might move everyone to the second floor map, even though some of you will be still on the ground floor.
As I rush towards the stairs, because she's on the top floor, and there is a creature with her.
Where did you go? Apologies, everybody. Just bear with me one moment. Some of you I copied too far into the corner. And Squish. And Val. Okay, and one more thing. Okay. Move you guys over. And so Squish and Brooklook, you are really one. Oh, you know what, Squish, I might need to redo your vision. Yeah. But you guys are really, the three of you are still on the ground floor. And so some of you might be underneath what's depicted on the map. But yeah, Squish, you are up.
Well, I would like to finish my
Yep.
dashing.
The turn order is also done.
That's fine. All the
Okay,
way here, and then
yeah.
we'll be at the end of the turn.
All right, apologies, Rinlin. Yeah.
Also, I would like to say, come with us if we want to leave. And that's ends my turn.
Take off the nighttime glow, but it is
I
nighttime.
lost the turn order again. I can't see it. I mean, I can see the box. I don't see anyone on it.
I'm sorry. Say that again.
I cannot see anyone on the turn order.
Oh.
Anymore.
Ditto.
Let me close it. Any different?
Nope.
Still empty.
Okay. Well, let me just write down your scores real quick, and then I'll redo it. I'm not sure. Yeah,
I mean,
15. Squish is next if you want to start.
Yeah.
We can just re-roll them. And then
I'm gonna start by running up that ladder. Getting up
Okay.
here. How far? Let's do that.
There's a thing up here.
So this is just big open area, right?
Correct. Yeah, that
So-
goes down to where you were.
All right. Let's go here. And I'm gonna throw. How far is that actually? Is that still within 30 feet? Yes. I'm gonna chuck a dagger at him. I actually don't know. What's the distance from daggers?
I have to double check too. They are 2060, so it'll be which I might have forgotten early on the first combat. But
Yeah. It's fine. I still have it took 10 for the up the ladder. So I still have 15 since I used my bonus action to move as well.
yeah, cunning action dash, yeah. And I'm forgetting Rinlin.
All right. I don't want to get this close, but close enough to chuck it at him. Luckily, that's also the last of my movement, so I couldn't even get closer if I wanted to. And rattled in that one.
Yeah, you run up out of breath perhaps a little bit and not able to. You're catching your breath too much. It throws your aim off a bit.
Yep. It's because we're rolling twice
yeah.
each time.
Rinlin, don't be too hard on Nyx. This thing was very stealthy and was able to even the keen perception of Nyx was not enough to find it.
Nah, I was just being in character.
Sure.
Inventing on the arm for no reason.
Fair enough. That's what familiars are for, I think. Squish, anything else?
She's going to just kind of roar at it, yell at it, basically.
Okay.
Be scary.
Okay. So, yeah, it was focused on the changeling, but you come up and the dagger perhaps hits mechanism, but still,
The mechanism.
It looks like a crane or gear. Mechanically, it didn't give cover, but flavor-wise,
Yeah.
And it moves down a little bit, but shoot. Let's. Sorry guys, the first time I've run this and I didn't have it quite. I thought I had some things haven't gone quite right, but yeah, it moves down just a little bit, and suddenly some of the delicious tentacles on its back lash out at you. But
Nat one for nat one.
It's your watery constitution, perhaps. You are like the waves, too slippery. But it goes for a second time, and again, it just can't land. And then it seeing that it can't grapple, it can't get you with its tentacles. It moves up and.
Dang, it's got a lot of attacks.
If it's gonna roll an attack,
I need some help over here.
I would like to use
and
my
it seems to lash out at you. Just it doesn't have much claws, or its claws are kind of stubby, so it's not claws so much as just strikes. It finally is able to whack at you on its final attack, and gets you a little bit.
Squish is like, hey, guys, help.
And book look.
I think that does action.
Okay, book look wants to try and see what's the shortest route to the monster.
Yeah, you can test it out if you want before finalizing, ruler with token, however.
Not sure if I dash, could I get there?
Yeah, that would, yeah.
But that'll be me then.
Okay.
That's my turn.
I don't, just as an aside, I'm not sure in 5e if stairs are difficult terrain. I know they are in 3.5, but I think that's stupid for the most part anyways, and these ones would not be difficult, but you might encounter another DM who will say stairs are difficult terrain. Just FYI. So book look, you dash up. The lady, she looks surprised, but a little thankful that you guys are running to get between her and that monstrosity or aberration, as it may be. And that's book look's turn. And now Val, you're underneath that place, but
Okay, so I can go to see.
Yeah, you have stairs right here, close by, or the staircase or ladder. Sorry, right there.
Okay, my token is kind of stuck.
Okay. Yeah, sorry, something must have happened when I switched this over.
Yeah, okay. So,
Is it better now?
yeah, I can. So I think I can go up to here.
Yeah.
No. I think.
Yeah, that works.
Okay, so I will cast on the monster using a spell slot. This guy.
Oh.
This.
Gotta make a ranged spell attack.
Yeah, it doesn't cast it for. Okay. Give me a second. Yes.
Ooh, nice.
19.
Yeah, so your Chaos Bolt shoots out, or wobbles, I suppose, out
And
to
I
him.
think I can choose what kind of damage I want to do.
You pick one of the 2d8s. So, and then the d8. So you have a choice of either 2 or 6. So either cold, poison, unless.
It's a monster, so it's.
Sorry, the 2. It's cold or thunder. Apologies, I misread.
I think I will do thunder.
Okay. Yes, it. And did you upcast for? Yeah, so it definitely hits, and it wobbles to the creature, and then lets off a kind of a boom, which seems to hurt it. Yeah, a fair bit. Just the one thing I wasn't sure. The final 4, is that applicable? Because was that only if you upcast?
I think that's because the nat 20.
Yeah, you're right. Yeah, thanks. Yeah, it's including it for the crit. But yeah, it should hit for 16, I believe. Okay.
As a bonus action, I want to convert my 2 sorcery points in a spell slot, so I basically don't have spell slots.
Sure. Yeah, your warbly booming bolt hits it, and it seems to stun it, not mechanically, but it does seem to be quite shaken, and little bits of it crumble off, and yeah, it seems bloodied from that. So after Val goes, she does have a dagger in hand, but she doesn't like the sight of that thing, and she just goes and hides behind some of those crates, and not hiding from you guys, hiding from the monster. That is it. And yeah, then we come back to Rinlin.
The owl will come forward. Ooh, let me see how funny that actually is. And the owl will come forward, provide a helping action to Bukluk, sorry, messed up, on his attack, and then pull back a bit. Alright, has tentacles. Yeah, it's fine. And Rinlin will move all the way up here. Tell the lady, do not move. Don't try to run. We found you once, we'll find you again. If you do. And we'll cast Magic Missile on the creature. Oh my god.
5 damage.
Oh, that's it.
Yeah, just the go ahead.
More? The full damage for it.
Just 1 bolt for you, or is it three bolts? Sorry, I should know this, but I forget.
I forget.
Yeah, well. three bolts. I know you're doing roll. It is just the 1 roll. If you want to do
Yeah.
Well,
It always
choose
But
is.
now.
I guess, yeah,
Choose
I
now,
guess
it's up to you,
you
'cause
get the
I already saw the roll, so if you want...
you get a high damage roll, so no need to do additional rolls if you don't want to.
Yeah, so 15
Yeah,
points
so that
of
would be
damage.
15. Yeah. It appears very wounded. It is focused on Squish, and these bolts come in and sting it on all sides. It withers in pain and agony a fair bit, and seems very hurt. Give me just 10 seconds to deal with my dog real quick.
Okay. Squish will be very happy to take out this dude after the 2 tentacle attacks and 2 bites he tried on her.
Don't miss.
That would be bad.
Sorry about that. I'm back. Cool. I like the flavor of the magic missiles. Well, I mean, to be honest, Rinlin, normally, I get, were you trying to say that the owl was holding its action to then aid just before Berkla? That's how I understood what you'd be saying, but I'm glad to. I think normally it would just be the owl goes and on its turn goes and distracts the creature, and so whoever hits it next. But I'm fine either way.
Depends on the wording, but it's a call up to you. Basically, as I understand it, you have to declare who you're helping, right? As I understand,
yeah,
as
that is true. Yeah.
But it's a DM call anyway.
Yeah. Okay.
I'm done.
Yeah, squishes. Okay, and squishes up.
All right, you bastard. I'm having none of this. And she's going to short sword. Nice.
And Squish, you this, even though it's the murder monster, you are the murder tonight. I think you've finished everything.
Yeah.
How do you finish this creature?
After it gets shot multiple times in the back with those beautiful magic missiles, and it turns ever so slightly to look to see where they came from, she lobs its head off.
Ooh. Yeah, it doesn't have eyes, but it definitely did seem to have perception, even without its eyes. And yeah, you cleave it off. It doesn't seem it seemed vicious on the attack, but not the most sturdy on the defense.
Yeah. Oh, and for future reference, if the owl is just even adjacent to the monster, then I get sneak attack on it.
Yep. Yeah, definitely. I play a rogue, so it's
yeah.
I follow up on that. But yeah, the 20 and the 7 that is enough. So the monster is defeated. Seems to have been a glass cannon.
Good. If Squish had taken all those attacks, that would not have gone well.
Yeah, it did. Well, yeah, it got double one. No, well, the ones didn't matter. Got a crit fail.
Booklook looks disappointed.
I mean, if you want, you can go kick the body.
But yeah, these are out of initiative. You can act freely.
Laura, I presume. Rinlin goes to the lady. Sorry, Nora, I presume.
Or do you prefer Laura?
She seems to realize that you guys are onto her, and yeah, that her ruse is up, at least as far as it goes with you guys. And she says,
Did Drevin send you? That weasel of a man. I will not go back to him. But thank you. That I fear I fell into an ambush tonight. I was too eager for my revenge.
Unfortunately, Driven did send us to recover you, the money, and the cat for some reason. And you will come to us since we just saved your life. And I believe Driven is not actually keen on killing you or taking revenge. He probably just wants to understand. And I am sure he will be understandable once he once you explain your situation.
How much? Listen. I'm very appreciative of what you've done for me. And you're right. I do have some money that I got through less than honest means, but it was money I need for a noble cause. My people were massacred by this vile cult, and I need this money to fund the revenge. Listen here. I will pay you whatever you were paid to find me and more. Just let me go. You know that I don't wish ill to any good people. It's only members of this cult.
Now, by my understanding, Driven actually loved you. I'm sure he still does, even after this betrayal. You can actually convince him to help you in your quest. If he still loves you, he will understand fully and assist you in the future. Wouldn't that not be better, unless you really despise the man?
You could ask the guild for help about this cult.
I believe I would be quite keen in helping in its extermination. I've had a run-in with it before.
Yes, I do appreciate the offer for help, but I don't want to deal with dreadful Drevin again. He's whining and he's pretentious and stuck up, and he was part of that cult himself years ago, and he says he's changed, but I can't forgive him.
Nobody says about forgiving, just explaining your situation.
We can go there with you, and he won't do anything to you. If you want, you can leave after.
Or we could take the money.
Yes, I'll give you more money than what he was Madfall behind this. Have you been dealing with Madfall? I like Madfall. I'll tell you what, I won't go to Drevin, but if you want to take me to Madfall and City Watch, I'll do that. But you're missing out. I could give you.
I mean, they're paying us 100 gold pieces each.
Yeah, but we need to keep relationships of the guild with its gold.
Now, to be fair,
Pay us. Good.
McLean did say we can just get the money and the cat back. But it would be nice if we can bring the wife as well.
We can return her to McLean, and he can do whatever he wants with her.
I mean, one of us is a criminal and the other's a pirate, so, not too worried about the relations of the guild.
Understandably, but again, maybe we should.
We lose nothing bringing her to McLean. And then deciding there.
Yeah, maybe McLean, not her husband, just McLean.
Okay.
That would be. What do you say, Palora?
If you insist, it's your loss, but I will go with you to Madfall, and I will submit to his custody, and from there, as whatever he says. But please, whatever happens, please, I hope that you will help me or my allies against the cult of the Formless One in the future.
I mean, OOC, I think the plot point is to go to take the money and try to help her out.
Now metagaming. If we do get kicked out of the guild, we can't actually do any more jobs. So, we need to
Yes.
balance that.
We need to have a formal job.
Okay. Yeah. So you guys,
I can craft some icicle handcuffs.
Before we leave,
That's
I would
pretty
like
cool.
to go investigate the monster with Arcane, I guess. And see if I can tell how he came to be, how did he found Laura, stuff like that. Arcana.
Okay.
I'm gonna make some icicle handcuffs.
All right. Yeah, Rinlin, you're able to investigate. You're not able to tell entirely. You've heard of Dolgants and Dolgrims. Or you've heard at least stories of them that are seem to have been goblinoid creatures at some point. They were then altered through aberrant magics into different creatures. This seems like maybe it's along the same line of things, but you can't quite tell. And yeah, you've never seen one exactly like it, but
While he checks on the master, he puts her cuffs. Can I check around the room, maybe find something useful, anything?
yeah, give me investigation. Sorry, Rinlin, I'm just moving you real quick so I can copy tokens for the future.
No,
Okay, investigation.
Oops.
Let's go. That's
Nice.
Okay. Yeah, so yeah, you look around, Val, and it does appear to mostly be stores, grain, foodstuffs, nothing terribly interesting. You do find on just over here, and maybe it fell out of her pockets when she saw that creature and got startled. But you find a pull of collapsing.
what?
And I'll in Discord I'll give you guys the link to 5e tools of that. But essentially, it is a pull that can collapse and expand. When you pick it up, she says, "Oh yes, that you can have it. You can have it because you're not letting me go, but at least you're not taking me back to dreadful Dreven." Yes, it's something that a lot of us use at the Golden Cat for the dancing and the shows.
The stripper pole.
So it's quite useful.
Okay.
I'm also gonna go pick up my dagger real quick, the one that's lodged in the machinery.
Oh yes, of course. Yeah, it's like a winch to bring up loads of stuff because it seems like they move cargo around and then load it on and off the boats, that sort of thing.
Is her dagger any good, or is it just a normal dagger?
It's just a normal dagger, and she dropped it when you guys surrounded her. She didn't want to appear to be resisting in an aggressive way.
No,
I won't rob her of her only weapon.
Nora, as a question, how do you know there was gonna be cultists here, and who knew you knew? Because you don't send a monster like that just on a hunch.
I don't know. I wonder. Somehow, so I put out some contacts to try to find the other former members, and I paid for some of the information. One of them was supposed to be down here to pick up a ship of exotic components for occult magics.
and they were doing it at night because some of the ingredients were illegal. That was the information I had. And I show up here, I see no one, just this monster. So I think I was fed the wrong information, and it was an ambush.
Maybe you should check your sources a little bit better next time.
Yes, I think I would like my journal back, but you can see there's some information there about my sources. Perhaps that's something. Well, we can. I know Madfall is now working for Drevin, but he takes money. I think perhaps some arrangement can be made.
Now, our job is with
But
Madfall.
that's up for another day.
Our job is with Madfall. If he says we're good for his job and we succeeded, nothing else needs to happen between you and Driven.
Yeah, maybe.
Shall we go, everyone?
Bookloch
Alright.
wants to know how much money she has on her.
Well, I have a little bit, but most of it I keep elsewhere. But
Gonna rob her.
since you seem intent on taking me back to not letting me go, even though I've explained my motives and my reasoning, no, I will not. My offer is off the table. So you guys go to meet Madfall with her, is that correct?
Yeah, in the process, I take the journal back to him.
Okay.
Need for it.
Yeah, and it's I mean she's going along willingly, but definitely the manacles probably a good idea just because she's still a bit of an opportunist, and perhaps she would have tried something if she wasn't.
Ice manacles are cold. Tell you what.
You see some of your guild members just leaving the bar as you arrive. Sorry, let me move you guys all down in here. Oh yeah, there you go. Yeah, so you go to the Tooth and Tavern.
McLean, you sly dog. We did the job again, at considerable expense to our side, apparently, since our query was offering more to let her go.
Man, you guys are good to see, and that was quick. This is... well, I mean, having my breakfast and coffee? Yeah, come on in. And you got... Wow. Nora, you look a bit different than when I saw you a few weeks ago. But, so you were trying to buy off my crew here, huh? But now I know they're a good crew. They wouldn't sell me.
Nah, I'd probably do it in a heartbeat.
Well, thank you, Val, Rinlin, Booklook, Squish. Job well done.
Anything for my good
Yeah.
friend McLean. And I try to bottle him up.
Nice working with
Well, yeah, here's the payment I promised. 50 gold to each of you. Oh, and what's...
Hold on, McLean. You promised more than that. Also, I believe the lady has a proposition for you. Might be inclined to listen to it. She has a good story. A paladin good story, actually.
So, Adfall, we worked together before. You helped me. Now, I want to relay why I've been doing the things I've been doing. And
she goes through a bit of the backstory about the massacre of her people and the cult, that sort of thing, and says, "So, I'm sure you're a fine crew. They'll back me up and say, I mean, they've seen some of the dangers that lie out there that the cult is using. Don't send me back to Trevin. He's just a fool. I'll leave him alone. You tell him, and I'll pay you what he was paying you. So you're not out of pocket. And then in return, don't take my word for it though. Talk to the crew you hired. But if you decide to go along with it, I can perhaps fund some additional work." She gestures for all of you, or for Madfall to.
I think that sounds like a good plan, McLean. As long as you agree that the job was done successfully, I don't think the guild will have any issues with it. It's just between you and Driven, and frankly, Driven's kind of an ass.
There were definitely some pretty scary, touchy-feely monsters out there. A little up and close and personal.
Well, you guys found Nora, so that was, yeah, you succeeded on the job. Mission success, no doubt about that. So, yeah,
Nora's gonna give you the give you back the money she stole from Dreven, and she's gonna bring the cat.
All right. Well, yeah, you guys
Isn't
have
that so,
definitely done
Nora?
what I hired you to do for me. What about the rest of you, Mr. Lil Wettel or Mr. Burkla? What do you guys think?
Booklook says the lady promised us more money.
Agree with Buklu. She did promise a few more money, so maybe we can get a bit of an extra donation.
That was only if we didn't even have to deal with Madfall. I mean, Madfall, no offense, you're pretty good, but I was going to. Yes, I did try to pay them just to let me be on my way completely. That deal is no longer there, but I will.
That ship sailed.
Yes, I will additional work in the future, certainly. So long as you don't force me to go back to Dreven.
Sounds fair to me.
Rinlin looks at McLean and goes, "Surely, McLean, such loyalty from your crew should be handsomely rewarded, right? I mean, after all, looks like we're gonna do business in the future again. Wouldn't you like to have a loyal, dependable crew like this at your disposal again?"
Sorry, kid, but I got overhead. I gotta visit the tailors. This suit needs redoing, but I'll keep it in mind for future jobs. Maybe I can sweeten the pot. But yeah. And I gotta iron out the details of the arrangements with Nora here too before I give away the farm without knowing if I got the farm or whatever the saying is.
Bought the farm before the horse.
Yes, yeah, that's it.
Well, and I look at the rest of the crew.
You guys can keep that little doodad you find, and so that's something, right?
Yes, and
And
the
you got
100
my gold.
gold you promised, yes. Each of us.
50 gold. Even your Basha called down and said I couldn't give too much more than that, even if I wanted to.
Out of character, did he say 50 gold or 100 gold when we signed up for the job?
No, I was lying earlier, and I said 100 gold to her, so she'd pay us more.
Yeah. But yeah, Madfall said 50.
Yeah.
Yes, it was 50.
Yeah, and can role play here more, of course, or on the way back to the guild if you'd like. Yeah, mission success.
All right.
Alright.
So do I just like add the money in now and then, like, how does this work?
Yeah. So you guys and I'll type it up in the channel chat, the channel 6. You guys all get 60 gold. Oh, sorry, 50 gold. Apologies for dashing your hopes. 2 badges. And then I will go roll for the board.
Yes.
Roll for the what?
The pole of collapsing.
How much does this cost? All of
Well, there's no fixed cost. There is. You can, as a downtime activity in the guild, sell a magic item to an NPC. Alternatively, you can list it, in the auction house for other players to build on.
Yeah. One more question.
Yeah.
Do you mind if I send the record like a little bit more later? Because I plan.
Yeah, that's no problem. Even if it's a day or two, no problem at all. Yeah, you guys, if you're not aware, you can all do job records. So first you send it directly to me as a message on Discord. If there's anything that needs changing, usually not, or maybe just a name misspelling or something like that, I send it back to you, and then you post it in job records. You get at bronze, you get 20 gold for that, and you get DM inspiration, which you can save. You could use on advantage on most anything, including death saves, which is cool. And then, yeah, sometimes I will make eventually, before the job retires, I will make one the canon record, but that might be a while.
Oh, come, all ye faithful, joyful and triumphant. Oh, come ye to Bethlehem. Come and behold him, born the King of angels. Oh, come, let us adore him. Oh, come, let us adore him. Oh, come, let us adore him, Christ the Lord. God of God, light of light, lo, he abhors not the virgin's womb. Very God begotten, not created. Oh, come, let us adore him. Oh, come, let us adore him. Oh, come, let us adore him, Christ the Lord. Sing, choirs of angels, sing in exultation. Sing, all ye citizens of heaven above. Glory to God, glory in the highest. Oh, come, let us adore him. Oh, come, let us adore him. Oh, come, let us adore him, Christ the Lord. Yea, Lord, we greet thee, born this happy morning. Jesus, to thee be glory given. Word of the Father, now in flesh